Alright guys, a few months ago, 6 months ago, whatever it was, when it was first announced that Joe Biden and Burnie Sanders were running against each other, I turned around and I said to you that Burnie Sanders will cuck. Burnie Sanders will endorse Biden when the establishment screws him over. I am so glad I was wrong about that. I am so glad that Burnie Sanders hasn't just endorsed Biden. Well, actually, yesterday it was. Hasn't endorsed Biden. Because, oh boy, that would be really inconvenient. Oh, wait, he has. Is anybody surprised? Can we just, like, call him Roll Over Bernie or something? Like, I know I'm probably going to upset a few Burnie Sanders supporters here, but aren't you sick of it by now? Aren't you furious with it by now? How many times does the establishment have to literally beat your candidate into submission and him sitting there saying, please, oh DNC, can I take some more? Before you guys sit there and realize this guy ain't no revolutionary. He's a puppet. And while you're all sitting there going, the DNC screwed Bernie over, he's probably going to go and buy a 4th and 5th house. Bernie Sanders didn't have 3 houses before the 2016 elections. He had 1, as far as I know, 1. He now has 4. I'm pretty sure he just brought the 4th one. Hang on, let me double check this. Bernie Sanders buys 4th house. Yep. Yeah. Wouldn't believe it, would ya? Oh no, hang on, that's Babylon Beat. Sorry, my bad. That's actually a pretty good headline though, actually. Here, Bernie Sanders buys a $575,000 home. I'm not sure if that's his 3rd or 4th. Oh, that's the 2nd one. Yep, sorry. Not that one. So apparently he's brought his 4th. I'm seeing reports here that he's brought a 4th house. I'd have to check. I'm not sure if he has 3 or 4 at the moment, but regardless. But anyway, as I was saying, so obviously, guys, in case you haven't heard, in a bid for unity, we're going to call it that, really? I call it cucking, but you know, sure, unity. Sanders backs Biden to challenge Trump. Now, obviously, this is Reuters, so this is left-wing publications talking about it. And this is establishment, so don't expect it to be honest. But, you know, it's going to run interference for Joe. But Senator Bernie Sanders on Monday endorsed his longtime rival, former Vice President Joe Biden, a move aimed at unifying the Democratic Party, long fractured along moderate and liberal lines ahead of the election matchup against President Trump. Sanders cited the novel something outbreak as a reason for the party to come together behind Biden, the likely Democrat presidential nominee. After the progressive firebrand, Sanders suspended his White House campaign. Now, Sanders endorsed during an online campaign event came as Biden's team had already began reaching out to advocacy groups on the left to enlist their support. Before he blah, blah, blah. Sanders quickly moved. Look, we're just going to watch the movie. We're just going to watch the video because this...
I'd like to welcome to this conversation a leader who shares those values.
This to me is so staged, so set up, so pathetic of Burnie Sanders. I'm sorry, Burnie Sanders supporters, but if you're sitting here watching this thinking, what are you doing, Burnie? He's a cuck. He's not a revolutionary. He's not going to fight for you. He's a swampy, right? This is a guy that has not had literally a decent job except for being in the government. This is his bread and butter. Is him being a career politician. Before that, he lived on some frigging yappy sort of kumbaya communist plot of land. Anyway.
And has been an outspoken advocate for that vision for a long time. My friend, Senator Burnie Sanders. Burnie, welcome.
Joe, thank you very much for your remarks, and thank you for welcoming me to your live stream here. As you've indicated, we are living in an unbelievably unprecedented moment. You and I were chatting a few months ago. Not in a million years would we have believed that we would be talking to each other in our respective homes, that we could not, do rallies, that we could not get out of the house. We would not have believed that we'd be looking not only at a pandemic, which, as you indicated, has taken over 20,000 lives in our country, 500,000 people infected, but has cost us 16 million jobs. And that's probably a conservative number. The real number is probably higher than that. So we are in a terrible moment, an unprecedented moment. And I know we share the understanding that we've got to go forward right now and out of this in an unprecedented way to address the terrible pain that so many of our fellow Americans
Right about now, I'm thinking Biden's sitting there thinking, God, I wish I could talk as synced as him and not lose the train of thought. But, geez, those birds are nice and pretty. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a flower. Oh, wait, hang on. I've got some papers on my desk.
feeling. So today I am asking all Americans, I'm asking every Democrat, I'm asking every independent, I'm asking a lot of Republicans to come together in this campaign to support your candidacy, which I endorse, to make certain that we defeat somebody who I believe, and I'm speaking just for myself now, is the most dangerous president in the modern history of this country.
We've already defeated her. It was called Hillary Clinton. But look, at the end of the day, okay, so let's get back to this, right? So the funny thing is here.
Is the most dangerous, to make certain to support your candidacy, which I endorse.
It's, I had no idea. Joe Biden's like, you're going to support me? Oh, that's such a shock. Oh, I never thought. Let me rub my nipples. Oh, God. Oh, Burnie Sanders, you're such a revolutionary. Burnie Sanders. I'm sorry, I got a little dirty there. But I was going to say, but at the end of the day, he's literally sitting there making out that this is some big shock. Really? Why did you invite him onto the live stream then? Oh, because you already knew this was going to happen, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm guessing if I had to make a bet, Burnie is going to get some kickback somewhere along the line from the DNC. And his whole, I'm not going to run ads, but I'm not taking myself off the roll, was a power play so that he can leverage that to get more from the DNC. You know, I know it was a Babylon Bee article and I know their website's a joke, but I'm pretty sure Burnie Sanders will have a fourth house if he doesn't already by the end of this year. I'm just saying, the man's buying up houses like they're monopoly boards. But regardless, but at the end of the day, the funniest thing about how this has all gone down, right? It's not the fact that we called it months ago. We knew this was going to happen. The funny thing is watching the meltdown from the Burnie Sanders supporters, because they just don't seem to get it. They're like, but he's our revolutionary. It's Burnie or bust. You don't get it. Burnie isn't a revolutionary. Burnie isn't going to fight for you. He's a puppet. He is a frigging puppet. He is someone who is a career politician who has never had a decent job in his life. He does not care about you. The guy flip-flops on more things than you could possibly point a friggin' finger at. And if you really, this is the question I want to ask the Burnie Sanders supporters. If you really want to stick it to the DNC, vote for Trump. Because I tell you right now, even the media is claiming that Trump is out-lefting the left. He is the one that is pushing through this UBI, and I hate the idea of UBI, but give credit where credit is due. Trump is the one giving out this UBI to people. Trump is the one that is going through talking about healthcare reform. Trump is out-lefting the left right now. And I know I don't like it, but if you're a Burnie Sanders supporter, you've got to be sitting there thinking Trump is a decent candidate compared to Burnie Sanders, besides Biden, right? You have Trump who's giving out UBI. You have Trump who's talking about this healthcare reform. And you have Burnie Sanders who seemingly gets his wife and his sister mixed up, doesn't know what state he's in, and walks off screen while in the middle of a broadcast. Imagine me just getting up right now and just, fuck it, I'm going to do a Bernie, I'm going to do a Joe Biden. See you guys, and just fucking walking off. Because that's what he's doing. He's literally getting up during a live stream and waddling off like a fucking grandfather. The guy's more senile than you can possibly point a stick at. And this is who the DNC is wanting to prop up. What kind of strategy is this? What do you think? You think this is going to beat Trump? The guy doesn't know where he is half the time. But don't worry, he's going to have a female vice president, right? And when Biden quits, says that he can't do the job because his faculties are not intact, they're going to have the first female president, right? That's the plan. So the first female president of the United States is going to be someone that was given the job and it was handed to her by a male. Boy, feminists, that really must irk you. That really must suck it into you right about there. You must be sitting there thinking, oh, this is a load of, oh my God, this is grinding all the gears. It's another white man giving the woman something, right? Her not earning it on her own. He's giving it to her. This is the left. This is the left that likes to claim that everybody's sexist, everybody's misogynist, everybody's racist, right? Who in themselves are misogynist, sexist, racist. If you don't see the problem with the left having the idea of a white man giving a woman a job because she's the token woman, welcome to identity politics. This is, and like I said, the conservatives are going to love this. The conservatives, Trump is going to demolish Biden in a battle. If it ever goes to a debate, Trump is going to annihilate Biden. That he is going to be the rabbit from last night's episode, where the New York Times is pulling the rabbit across. That's going to be what's left of Biden after Trump is finished with him. Biden is going to be a piñata, a human-sized piñata that gets beaten the crap out of by Trump and a rather large stick. But regardless, I tell you, I love my life, I love my job, and 2020 is going to be some of the best memes, some of the best news coverage we could ever possibly imagine. Because this is going to be absolutely beautiful. Trump ain't going to hold back. Trump is going to hit Biden, and Biden is going to go through the wall. But regardless, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Bernie Sanders possibly buying a fourth house? Pulling out of the race and endorsing Joe Biden. Personally, I think this whole thing stinks. I think he's been brought off, paid off, whatever it may be. And I bet you find that the Bernie Sanders will have a fourth house before we know it, if he doesn't already. I'm hearing rumors he has brought one. So, yeah, we'll see. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. We have another video coming up. We got 3 videos today, guys. Strap in, because it's going to be a load of fun. Have a great day. Enjoy. We'll see you guys in the next video.